John Denicola. My golf ball's annoying. I'm here down at the San Juan District Attorney, and I'm trying to press for transparency. Yeah, I'm asking them for, everything. I'm trying to FOIA request everything that the prosecutor has on my arrest, and they're telling me that I need to contact with my attorney first, So, New Mexico citizen, welcome in. But they're telling me I can't talk to the prosecutor, and I told them that I just want the paperwork. I want to FOIA request the paperwork, but they're telling me that they can't give me the paperwork at all, or I got to get in contact with my attorney first. I just want to get some of you guys' opinions to where, all I'm trying to do is get the paperwork that the prosecutor has on my arrest, and they're telling me that I have to go through my attorney first. Minton State Media. Joyce McDermott. I'm Cat Gamer. Hey, honey. Hey, ANCAP, do you know if Leslie Sullivan, do you know if I can get my paperwork without, the prosecutors have on my arrest? I'm trying to FOIA request it or Google Discovery it. And I went in and they told me that, really, press for transparency. I can't get it on my own. I can't request that, I'm trying to get the prosecutor all the information they have on my arrest. And I'm here at the San Juan County District Attorney, and they said I can't see a prosecutor since I have an attorney. It's a Philly thing. And and she said I got to go through my attorney first, and I thought I could request it on my own. I'm trying to get FOIA request what the prosecutor has on my arrest. Is what I'm trying to FOIA request. Really. That's what I was told. I thought I could come down here and request that information for myself. Texas Gal audit. Okay, all right. So I was just in here, and that's what I asked them. And Brooklyn Miss, welcome in. Appreciate you guys joining. Okay, all right. Because I thought I could get a Google Discovery on my own to get all what the prosecutor has on my arrest. But like she said inside, she told me that I have to go through my attorney. So, standing tall. Appreciate you doing I got the report on what the police officer said about what his report is on my arrest situation, what the probable cause was. So killed the car watch, welcome in. Bear with me here for a minute. So I went up to the police station and I requested a code of the code of ordinances also. So, and now I'm at the Donnie Mules. Welcome in. Appreciate you guys joining. So on the statement of probable cause on Officer S. Frazier, R870, his unit number is 10-55-6, trespassing. It says trespassing, but what it says on the probable cause is on 8/19/2023, Officer Frazier was on patrol with Officer A. Jones when I chose to conduct a random foot patrol of Brookside Park and Bistai Bay Water Park, 915 North Dustin Avenue, at approximately 22:41 hours, as the entire park was closed after 2200 hours. An officer were walking to the south loop of the park and approaching the east entrance near Bistai Bay. I heard what sounded to be footsteps to my side. The steps were coming from the dark area that was on the north side of the closed and conspicuously posted area of Bistai Bay to Brookside Park. As I passed this area, I was able to observe a male idling around the north side of the closed building. I was immediately startled by the presence of the subject and shined my flashlight towards him. So this is the probable cause, yeah. And this is what the arresting officer, S. Fraser, put on the report. Yeah. Also, look at this. Appreciate you guys all joining. Yeah. And so it says, as the interaction went on, I identified myself and observed a male lifted a camera towards me. I told the male, later identified as, Mr. Chi, that he was criminally trespassing inside the park. I advised Mr. Chi he needed to leave as the park was closed, and no one was allowed to be there after posted park hours after 10 p.m. Mr. Chi began to argue and ask me questions related to his First Amendment, and quickly followed them up with asking for business cards. I advised Mr. Chi that he needed to leave once more, and I told him that this was a second warning to leave the park, or he was going to be further identified and detained. At this point, I made it very clear that Mr. Chi was remaining on the grounds of the park and was no longer welcome but Mr. Chi still refused to comply and started to walk up the large stairways from the Bistai Bay buildings. I once more told Mr. Chi he needed to leave or he was going to be charged with trespassing. Mr. Chi slowly continued to walk up the stairs, and eventually, see, at this point, I was already at the top. I was already at the top talking to them, and he's saying that I was still at the bottom of the stairs. And it says, Mr. Chi slowly continued to walk up the stairs and eventually stopped at the top of the stairs and along the park sidewalk located along the parking lot on Brookside Park. Mr. Chi advised he did not have to leave at this point and told me that I needed to leave before he did. I once again advised Mr. Chi we were not going to leave the park, and since he refused to comply and exit, he was now not free to leave and was detained. He started to back away slowly. I advised Mr. Chi if he continued to walk away, I was going to handcuff him. Mr. Chi stopped and demanded a supervisor responded to the scene. I obliged Mr. Chi's request and called over the radio for a Farmington sergeant to respond to the scene. Sergeant Stearman later arrived on the scene along with other officers. Once Sergeant Stearman was on scene, I advised him to my observation and told him Mr. Chi has committed criminal trespass. Sergeant Stearman then informed to Mr. Chi under arrest at this point. Mr. Chi was then placed into handcuffs, and they were double locked and properly tightened was ensured. Mr. Chi's cell phone was removed from his hands as well, later placed into a paper bag. Mr. Chi was escorted to the front of the Officer Jones patrol unit and search incidents to arrest was conducted on his person. His possessions were removed from his pockets and placed on the same paper bag in the cell phone. And his cell phone. I then asked Mr. Chi if he had any dependent affected by his arrest, to which he replied, "You asking me silly questions." I informed Mr. Chi it was not silly questions, but a serious one to determine if anyone was going to negatively affect. Mr. Chi then said he pleaded his Fifth Amendment and did not want to answer. Mr. Chi was then placed into the back seat of his patrol unit and transported to San Juan County Adult Detention Center, where he was booked in on criminal trespass. Mr. Chi was also issued a formal trespass from criminally trespassing him from Brookside Park the next 12 months. Mr. Chi was served a copy of his criminal complaint trespass notice once he was booked into CDSC. This completed my involvement in this case. Fraser Stephen, R870. Hello, welcome in. Yeah, so I told him I was leaving. I was backing away slowly, and on the report, he's, and he kept following me. And I was gonna leave, but you know, I was gonna leave anyways, but he had to follow me all the way up to. That's when he started asking my name. What's my name? And that's when he decided to, said he told me to come back to the unit without giving me a chance to leave. He told me about 3 or 4 times, but I was backing away slowly. And that's when he came up to me, asked my name. That's when he got behind me and told me to get back to his unit. And that's when I asked for a supervisor. And that's when the steerman showed up, and yeah, I guess they decided to charge me with criminal trespass with even out the me explaining to the supervisor, which he wasn't going to let me explain to him anyways. Steerman, he has it out for me, discrimination. So it's that's where I'm at right now. So what I did today was I went up to the municipal court, and this is where I got the statement of the probable cause. Then I went to the Farmington Police Department and requested a code of conduct. Now I have to. Westside Accountability, welcome in. Yeah, I was backing out slowly, So yeah, and now it's that's what I'm trying to get I try to forward request the discovery of everything that the prosecutor has on me. Now I'm finding out I have to go through my attorney, and I've got a different attorney that I'm looking into, and I'm gonna see if I can get him to help me instead of just a regular public attorney here. So yeah, it's just harassment and discrimination. Stearman, he trespassed me. He bullied me out of City Hall. It's just, so now I'm trying to get the like I said, whatever the prosecutor has on me on all this, so I can find out what's really being said. So now I'm finding out I have to go through my attorney to get the information the prosecutors have on me. Yeah. What was his name? I forgot his name. Good Luck, Officer Good Luck. Yeah, he was the one I. Yeah, so I thought I'd just inform you guys, and I thought I thought I could get the prosecutor's information on my own, but now I'm finding out I got to go through my attorney. Right, and Randy Lutz. So they're charging me with a criminal trespass, and I told them that they told me the park closes at 10. I said, well, now I know, and that's when they told me to go ahead and leave. And so I was backing out slowly. I just wanted to get their unit number one more time, make sure I got it. And I was backing up slowly, but you know, I would have been gone. You know, I would have understood if I would have left and came back. Then they could have got me for trespassing. But this is so. That's where I'm at right now. Yeah, yeah. That's what I'm trying to find out. You know, that like you said, Northern Corruption Monitor. That's what I want to see what's actually being said by the prosecutors. You know, that's why their due process. That's what we want to find out. Right, Static. So I thought if I would leave the property, then come back, I thought that would be that's. But I don't. I'm gonna really write JC News now. So, well, criminal. What I see, criminal trespass is more or less like for private property, but I'm gonna have to really look at that under the city code of ordinances is what I'm gonna have to look at it. So, what's that accountability? Welcome, Howard County Observer, Gloria. Red Sky. Yeah, yeah. So, but the way this town runs, right, right, Northern Corruption Monitor. So I thought I'd just inform you what I'm doing right now. I'm just trying to, you know, gather information for my case. And hey, honey, welcome in. So other than that, they put me all over Facebook, and family members are no one knew what crime I committed, and DA and B Dubs AZ. So they're just trying to embarrass me, which they put my mugshot over Facebook, and you know my mugshot that they got from the San Juan County Detention Center, and they're just trying to you know make me look real bad. That's all. The trolls here in Farmington. Right, Northern Corruption Monitor. So yeah, yeah, and yeah, and they have free speech, unless they getting out of hand, what's a miss, so yeah, Leslie Sullivan, I know. CM Perfy, Patriot, welcome in. Right, County Observer. Yeah, yeah. So appreciate you guys joining. Murphy's Tea Hound. Appreciate you joining. Standing tall. Thank you, Brooklyn. Yeah, to get out of control. You know, they have free speech, but it gets to a point to where they get out of hand. I don't see any trouble in here, so yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get the discovery from the prosecutor. So Joko, KS Cop Watch, welcome in. Back at you, Gloria. So I'll keep you guys informed, once I get all this information. That was the first time I got the probable cause, and I think Stearman didn't do his job properly by just telling them to he has it in for me. You know, I'm pretty sure he came in hot with the sirens going just to get there. Val Brooks, welcome in. Yeah, and so on the report they kind of lied, saying that I was still at the bottom of the steps when I was still questioning him. I was top of the steps when I came up, and he said I startled him, and he said that's what he was gonna get me for, and for you know, proudly. True no transparency. Appreciate you joining. But I just thought I'd keep you guys informed. I appreciate you guys joining and supporting. Also, yeah, I appreciate it. You know, whatever you could do. You know, yeah, exactly. Matthew Presby. That's what he said. Then I told him I pleaded my fifth, and he told me he started threatening me with, you know, if you don't give me your name, I'm going to give you another charge for, you know, concealing identity again. So, well, guys, I better get going. You know, I got to get back to work and get back to practice with the girls today, and you're probably wondering where I was yesterday, and you know, some of the parents already seen me on Facebook as a criminal, and I'm gonna have to explain what happened and what I do. You know, so all right, guys, appreciate you guys joining. You guys all have a good one. Out. Right, Brooklyn Myth, exactly. Thank you, Bell Brooks. You guys all have a good night yourselves. Press for transparency. Thank you for joining, my friend. As you press me, you know. Right on, Static. Right on. Denny Cunningham. Will do. You guys all stay safe out there too. Standing tall. Standing tall. If you guys want to go see the video he did for me on his channel, you know, go over and check out his channel, the small video that he did on his channel about my live that night. And I think News Now Ninjas said he's gonna, you know, help me out a little and on his channels. Yeah, go support Standing Tall. You know, appreciate that Standing Tall. You know, exposing these guys here in San Juan County. The City Observer. Welcome in. Northern Corruption Monitor. Yes, back at you. All right, guys, I'm gonna end my live here. I'll keep you guys informed. You all take care. Stay safe out there yourself. It's a Philly thing. You too. You too. Back at you. Really, True North Transparency. You guys go show True North Transparency some support. You know, like he said, he's trespassing the whole city. Conk, welcome in. Our guy 936. Appreciate you joining. Hey, honey. Yeah, thank you. You too. All right, guys. All right, guys. I'm gonna end my live here. I'm out.